Hi everyone! So let's now check your answers in the practice tasks, okay? So for practice task A, you're asked to find the next three numbers or next three terms based on the pattern in each given, okay? For number 1, you are given -2, -6, -18, and 54, okay? So we have to analyze what happens in this set so that you are getting the next term from the preceding term, okay? So, ano yung ginawa para makuha si 6 mula sa -2? Na yun din dapat yung gagawin mula sa 6 para maging -18. At yun din dapat ang ginawa sa -18 para maging 54. Okay? So, you see, we should have a pattern. We can only say that it is the pattern if it is consistently done, okay, in getting every next term, okay? So, we should be able to generate here that to get 6, we multiply -2 by -3, okay? So, we multiply by -3, okay? So, -2 times -3, so that becomes +6. We apply the rules in multiplying signed numbers. Okay, so negative times negative, so we have +6. Then multiply again 6 times -3, so we will be having -18. Since when you multiply a positive and a negative, then the answer will be negative. The -18 times -3, so you'll be having +54. Since negative times negative, so that becomes positive. Then we apply now that pattern to get the next three terms. So 54 times -3, then that becomes -162 times -3 equals 486 times -3 equals -1458. Okay, so that's for number 1. Number 2, so you are given 2, 4, 8. Okay, so analyze again. Ano ang ginawa sa 2 para maging 4 sa susunod na term? Anong na yun din ang gagawin sa 4 para maging 8 sa susunod na term? Okay, so 2 times 2, that becomes 4 times 2, then that becomes 8. So that is the pattern. We multiply each term times 2, by 2, to get the next term. So, to get now the next three terms, we have 8 times 2, 16, times 2, 32, times 2, 64. Okay? So, here we multiplied by 2. That is our pattern. Okay. Next, number 3. Okay. Number 3, we have 5, 9, 13. Okay. 5, 9, 13. Okay. So, analyze again. What do we do with 5 to get 9? Then that's what we will do also to 9 to get 13. Okay. So, 5 plus 4, we should be able to think that we added 4 to get 9. Okay, then plus 4, we get 13. Then to get the next three terms, 13 plus 4, 17. 17 plus 4, we get 21. Then 21 plus 4, we get 25. Okay, number 4. You are given 1, -2, -5, and -8. Okay? So, let's analyze again. Anong ginawa sa 1 to get -2? Na siya din ginawa sa -2 to get -5. At siya din gagawin sa -5 to get -8. Okay? So, isip, we should be able to think that we did 1 minus 3. And we will be getting negative 2. Okay? So we apply the rules in signed numbers that when you subtract, what you do is to rewrite it as an addition phrase or addition sentence. It will become 1 plus negative 3. Okay? Then we apply the rules that if we are adding two numbers of different signs, we tend to subtract. Then copy the sign of the number with a higher absolute value. That's why what happened is 1 minus 3. Then that becomes negative 2. Because 1 plus negative 3 is negative 2. Okay, then we do the same thing. Negative 2 minus 3, that becomes negative 2 plus negative 3. Then that will be negative 5. Minus 3 again, negative 5 minus 3, then that becomes negative 8. Negative 8 minus 3, then that will be negative 11. Minus 3, then that becomes negative 14. Minus 3, then that becomes negative 17. Okay? I hope you follow, guys. Okay? Don't worry. Next time, I will be having already a whiteboard. Okay? Para I can write and you can follow better. Okay? Next, number 5. Okay? For number 5, you are given 3x. Okay? How many x's do you have? Weh. Okay? Joke lang. Too young. Study muna. Okay. So, 3x, x, then x over 3. Okay. So, let's analyze again what was done with 3x to get x. Okay. So, definitely, if 3x became only 1x in the next term, then there had been subtraction that happened. So, 3x minus 2x, that could be x. However, if we do x minus 2x, are we getting x over 3? No, 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 no. Okay, so then, that's what I am telling you. We have to do trial and error. Okay, so we go back because the pattern should be consistent. So let's do other thing. Okay, try natin. Let's divide 3x. We divide by 3. Okay, if we divide 3x by 3, okay, we can cancel 3 over 3 and that becomes 1. So correct. When we divide 3x by 3, we got x. Okay. Then we do it again. We divide x by 3 and we are getting x over 3. So this time it's already correct in the second trial that we do with x. And so we got x over 3 when we divided x by 3. Okay? Now, what about in the next term? How do we get x over 9? This is now the next term that you are supposed to give. So if we will be doing x over 3 divided by 3, let us recall the rules in dividing fractions. Okay? That you copy the dividend, then you change the sign to multiplication and get the reciprocal of the divisor. Okay? So, if our divisor is 3, what's the reciprocal of 3? That is 1/3. And we now proceed to multiplication. So, we will be having x over 3 times 1/3. Okay? So, x over 3 times 1/3, then we will have x times 1, okay? Because 1/3, the numerator is 1, and we apply the rules in multiplying fractions, numerator times numerator, then denominator times denominator. So, x over 3 times 1/3, then we will be having x times 1 equals x, 3 times 3, then we get 9, okay? Then we multiply again x over 9 times 1/3. So x times 1, we get x. 9 times 3, we get 27. Then multiply again x over 27 by 1/3. So x times 1, we get x. Then 27 times 3, we get 81. Okay? So this is all for the first part of the practice task. Okay? So in each item, you should be able to get all of the three terms that you are asked to provide based on the pattern. If any of this is wrong, then you don't get a point for this item. So all in all, if you got all of this correct, then you have 5 points for letter A. Okay? So let's now proceed to B. Okay? To the next part of the practice task. Okay, are you still with me, guys? Okay, I hope you are, and I hope you are learning. Okay, so okay, this is the new normal that we have, and this is some of the challenges that we should be able to have a lot of patience. Okay, there you go. Okay. Now, letter B, supply the missing numbers. Okay. Number 1, the given terms are this: 14, 6, blank, negative 10, blank. Okay. So again, we have to see a pattern. We have to generate a pattern, okay, that we will apply in order to get the missing numbers. But in the given, where we'll be able to generate the pattern? We will be able to generate the pattern in the pair or from the pair of two consecutive given numbers. So here, 14, 6. So let's think, what was done with 14 to get 6 as the next term? Okay, so we subtract. Okay, since it decreased, meaning we subtracted 14 minus 8, then we get 6. And let's do that also to get the next one. So 6 minus 8, then we will be having negative 2. Negative 2 minus 8, okay? So applying the rules in subtracting signed numbers, we copy negative 2, change subtraction to addition, then change 8 to negative 8. So we have negative 2 plus negative 8. So we're having negative 10. And that negative 10 is already given. And since we got it, applying that pattern that we had, then meaning our pattern is really correct. Okay? So we can get now the last term that is missing. So negative 10 minus 8, we get negative 18. Okay. Okay, let's proceed with number 2. Okay. So for number 2, you are given 8, 12, blank, blank, 24. Okay. So again, we will base our pattern on these two consecutive terms. Okay. So 8, 12. Okay. So iisipin natin, nagbawas, dumagdag, at paano kaya nakuha yung susunod na term. Okay? So, 8, so, di ba, pag nag-increase, it's possible that what was applied is either addition or multiplication. Okay? So, if addition, 8 plus 4. So, we get 12. Okay? Then, we try it if we will be arriving at 24 on the fifth term. So, 12 plus 4, 16, plus 4, 20, plus 4, 24. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, we got the correct pattern. Okay? Next, number 3. Okay? So, in number 3, the first term is missing. You are given the second and the third term. then the fifth term. Okay, so we will base our pattern on 4x, then 7x. So again, 4x then became 7x. So nag-increase. So we will think again, we will consider addition or multiplication since nag-increase. Okay? So 4, then it becomes 7. So we add 3. 3x. Okay? 3x, not just 3. Because in adding like terms, we add the numerical coefficient and we just copy the literal coefficient. Okay? The similar literal coefficient. Okay? Or the like literal coefficient. Okay? So 4x plus 3x, we got 7x. Okay? So if from this missing term, naging 4x by adding 3x. So, ano yung dinagdagan ng 3x or ilan yung kulang sa 3x para maging 4x? So, definitely 1x. That's why we have here x. Okay? Then, apply to 7x plus 3x. We have 10x plus 3x. So, we got 13x. So, it's true. So, our pattern is correct. Okay, let's proceed to number 4. Okay, number 4. Okay, the first term is missing. Then you are given the second, the third, up to the fourth term. So in this case, we can base our pattern. We can use any of the 2 consecutive terms in the given. Okay, so we just have to make sure that we just have to test that the pattern, let's say we used 18 then 16. Okay, so to get the pattern, you observe what happens. Okay, did it increase or decrease? Okay, if it increased, meaning you can consider either addition happened or multiplication. But if it decreased, it's either subtraction or division. Okay? Do you agree with me? Okay? So 18 becomes 16. So if we try subtraction, then we have 18 minus 2. But we should be able to prove that that is also true with the rest. So 16 minus 2, you have 14. 14 minus 2, that's 12. Okay? So great. Okay. Now, the first term is missing. Okay? If this becomes 18, what is the number that was subtracted by 2 to get 18? And to get that, most probably, you should be able to think that you'd simply add that 2 to 18. So you get 20. Okay? So that's it. Next, last number. Here we have an algebraic expression. 2y plus 1. Okay? You are given 2y plus 1, 2y plus 2, 2y plus 3. Missing term, then 2y plus 5, then another missing term. Okay? So, in any of these 2 pairs can be used. Notice that parehong may 2y, but what just changed is the next term. Okay? So, 2y plus 1, then next it became 2y plus 2. So, most probably, you just increase that constant by 1. Okay? So, next, it did happen that you just increased 2 by 1. So, we have now 2y plus 3. So, we do that again. So, we will be having 2y plus 4. Then, if we applied adding plus 1 to the constant, then we will have 2y plus 5. Then it's correct. Then to get the last missing term, 2y plus 5 plus 1, we're getting 2y plus 6. Okay? So, how was your progress, guys? I hope this time, so again, you allot 1 point for each item. If the missing terms are more than 1, then make sure that all missing terms are correct so that you get 1 point for each item. So that's 5 points again. So 5 points in practice task A plus 5 points in practice task B. Then the total is 10. Okay? And I hope you got 7 or above. Okay? If not, then more practice. Then if you think you are ready, then you can proceed taking the post test. Okay? Thank you very much, everyone, and have a nice day.